tossed the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together, so happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together, we're happy together. So happy together, I'm happy together. So happy together, so happy
It's going to be a rice day, starting with Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Ricey bubbles so crisp and golden. Eat 'em every day. Speak so soft and act so nourishing. Eat 'em every day. It's going to be a rice day, starting with Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Kellogg's.
K-E-double-L, oh, double good. Kellogg's, best to you.
There are many changes being made in art and music, and you'll see a few changes today on American Bandstand. From Hollywood, it's time for America's favorite dance party, American Bandstand. This portion brought to you by Breck Cream. And now, here he is, the star of our show, Dick Clark!
Thank you, Charlie. Good afternoon. How are you? I was backstage talking to the Electric Prunes, who are going to be with us today, along with Miss Brenda Holloway. We have a direct line through to England, if all goes well. We'll be talking to Jeff Beck, formerly of the Yardbirds, and one of the gentlemen in the country who was responsible for the hit records of the day. Charles, you're standing close by.
I just wanted to explain the changes I was talking about at the top of the show. You're no longer with us, Dick. No, come back here. Just kidding, just kidding.
You shook me up. That's usually the way it happens, you know. You read about it. No, if you will, hang on. And if you're all right and all ready, we are. We'll be back with you here on American Bandstand right after this message. And away we go with American Bandstand on a Saturday. Tommy James and the Shondells.
I see you standing in the alley down the hallway. Wait a second, we're gone now. I run to touch you, but you vanish through the doorway. And oh, how hard it is to live without you. I love everything about you. Now I know you're really gone, but my imagination is overrun. I see you coming into view, and your face is telling me that you, oh yeah, oh, wanna be by my side. Oh yeah, oh, now we finally live. Well, you got to throw the fire, that's all you are to me.
Yes, operator, if you will, hang on. I think we've got a long distance hotline call today. May I have your name, please?
Becky Murphy.
Becky, hang on a second. Who's on the hotline, please?
All right, Dick, this is Jeff Beck calling you from England.
Thank you for joining us, Jeff. A few questions okay by you?
Okay, Dick, yes.
All right, Becky, if you will, question number 1.
What are you doing in England?
I'm making preparations with the new group. We're practicing and getting a new act on.
All right, question number 2.
What is the name of your group?
There hasn't been a name thought of yet, but as soon as we get a good name, we'll let everybody know.
Did this forming of a new group have anything to do with you leaving the Yardbirds?
There was a whole lot of reasons, really, but the chief one is because I wanted to form a band, I think. It's been coming for a long time, and I think my being ill decided it.
Last question, Jeff.
When will you and the new group be coming to the States?
Around June.
Okay, thank you, Jeff Beck, very much. All good luck with your new group.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Dick, and I'm looking forward to bringing my group over and showing everybody what I've got.
Thank you very, very much. We'll see you soon. I'll be over to visit with you. Jeff Beck, here's the song we're talking about.
You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down the bumpy hillside in your hippie hat, flying across the country and getting fat. Say everything is groovy. When you're tired, don't plan it. I'm on silver lining, and away you go now, baby. I see your sun is shining, but I will make a fuss, though it's obvious. Flies are in your pea suit, baby. They're waving at me. Anything you want is yours now. Only nothing's for free. Lives are gonna get you someday. Just wait and see. So open up your beach umbrella while you're watching TV. And it's I'm on silver lining, and away you go. Well, baby, I see your sun is shining, but I will make a fuss, though it's obvious.
That's Jeff Beck, formerly with the Yardbirds, off on his own now. The top 10 records coming up in a moment, and then our guests. Join the proud crowd. Relax, refresh, and enjoy the Dr. Pepper difference. That's right, Charlie. Incidentally, a couple of weeks ago, we lost some of you who live on the West Coast. It was preempted for special sports programming. Something like that, I believe, is going to happen today. That's why we have the Electric Prunes and Miss Brenda Holloway upcoming in about 2.5 minutes. Right now, let's have a look at the top 10 situation. Holding the number 10 spot, the Turtles, preceded by Peaches and Herb, the Birds, the Monkees, the Electric Prunes will be here in a moment, Nancy and Frank. The Dave Clark 5 with number 4. The Spencer Davis Group is number 3. Arthur Conley number 2. This is the number 1 song.
Suddenly I just woke up.
The magic touch of the Supremes here on American Bandstand. Guest time around the corner. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Remember, Nair comes in lotion or cream. If you had a group, what would you call it?
Night and Dreams.
All right. It's as good as any, I guess. What would you call your group?
Banana Peels.
Yeah, I would expect that from you, my dear. The cookies were great. They're still with me. No, you're very good, very good. This group has gotten more notoriety, first of all, because of the name of the group, and then, of course, the great sound they make. We did terrible things with their music last week. We played it backwards, but backwards or forwards, it's wild. Ladies and gentlemen, the Electric Prunes.
Here I go. Here I go. You gotta get there to the world on time. You gotta get there to the world on time. Just walking without breaking into a sweat. My hands begin to shake so bad, it's like my cigarette. You start walking towards me and my green goes on a dove. If I could get my feet to it, I'd turn around and run. I'm walking faster, and I'm heading for disaster. Here I go, here I go, higher, higher, here I go. Get me to the world on time. You gotta get me to the world on time. Just from the body starts to act strange. Shake up all my hormones, make them do a change. This chemical reaction is easy to define. You drive me to distraction, you disturb my peace of mind. You got me spinning like a top now, and I don't know how to stop now. Is this what love's all about? Lately I feel so without wild sensation, sweet frustration. You get me going and there's no slowing me down. Here I go, oh, here I go, oh, here I go, oh,
Fabulous Electric Prunes. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. Let's change the pace. A different kind of music, equally as successful and a great artist. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brenda Holloway.
With the tender love, you filled my lonely days. You made me need you, darling, in so many ways. But you no longer come around very
I love that outfit. That's pretty. Where did you get it?
I got it in California.
Where'd you get those wild shoes?
I got these shoes here at Standards.
Isn't that crazy? With the square toes on them, yeah? No. What's your favorite place in all the world you visited?
Oh, Canada. Montreal, Canada.
If you had your druthers of all the places you'd want to go, where would you go?
To Israel.
Why?
Because I've read about it in the Bible, you know, and I'd like to go over there just to see, you know, some of the things I've read about.
All right, this is totally out of line with any of those questions because they told me do an interview with a lady in 1 minute, which is kind of challenging. Why aren't there more popular songs done by girls?
Because I think the fellows sing more romantically than the girls now, you know.
Could very well be. We have much more coming up in the next half hour of American Bandstand. Unfortunately, a couple of folks along the line will have to drop out for a special event here on ABC. But normally we're on for a full hour. There are a couple of special sports programs and so forth. Take a look at this kooky thing again. You know, there's a big trend in art these days and in general life for the way out, the mind-expanding, wonderful, kooky things of the world. Would you pay money for that piece of art? We'll find out in a half a second. We'll be talking to one of the hit makers across the country in the southern area, as I recall. Right now, let's stop for a half a second for station identification and look at some of the people who come to a visit here on American Bandstand. Thank you, Charlie, very much. Let's reestablish our work of art for a second, just so you can touch base. In black and white, it appears to be a mass of grays and darker colors. Actually, it's blue, brown, yellow, red, black, and shades thereof. This is, I guess, what you call modern art. It's in tune, certainly, with what's happening today. Let me ask you a question. Would you buy that painting if you had an opportunity and it were for sale? I don't know what it would cost at the moment. We'll use no figure. Would you buy it? May I have your name and age and your answer?
Jimmy, under 17, no, I wouldn't take it if you gave it to me.
All right.
So I was 16, I wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
Normal 18, you'd have to pay me.
All right.
Kathy Delkey, 16. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
King Ferris, 15. I guess so, but...
Oh, you guess what?
I guess so.
You guess you would, all right.
Kathy Grump, 15. No, I wouldn't.
All right.
Laurie Shimon, 17. No, I wouldn't.
All right.
Sean Asiati, 16. No, I wouldn't.
All right.
Famous 6, 18. No, I'd paint my own.
All right.
No, Peggy Wagner, 16. I wouldn't buy it.
All right.
Gary Hendrickson, 18. No.
Okay.
Nancy Artson, 16. Yes, I would.
You would buy it. Well, the overwhelming majority said no, they wouldn't. A couple of them said they would. Actually, the fellow who painted that, who was kind enough to loan it to us, has turned down several $100s for it. So I leave it to you. It's a difference of opinion. We'll poll the studio later. Now here's a word from General Foods.